This is the Headless Headhunter, and I'm reviewing a resume of a senior software engineer, and I am expecting this resume to be fantastic. Normally, I'm like, tell me what you are when you submit it, but they have a 1 to 25 ratio, which I can't guarantee that's going to continue, but I expect this resume to be fantastic and me to gush over how good it is. So hopefully that will continue, and if you like this video and you want to see more, please like, comment, and subscribe, hit the bell. I don't know if it's still a bell anymore. Is that what the people call it? I don't know. But let's go into this resume. So the only caveat I have with this one is this is a senior software engineer, and then the little dash is developer productivity. And I'll be honest, I'm not sure what a developer productivity one is. I know what a senior software engineer is. I'm not sure what the developer productivity one's. I don't know if that's like a lead where you help others do it, if it's more management. So I'm going to figure out hopefully which way it goes. But I mean, if that 1 to 25 ratio holds, then nice. So while this immediate at the top formatting is not my personal on my is not on my resume that I built for people, I think this is fine. This is also perfectly fine. I'm not a huge fan of the little icons, but it's not a huge deal. I'm not judging based on that. And then they have no boring February to 20 present, perfectly clean. It specifically as they're a senior, I don't know if they need to put their education up top, but that's fine too. So design and implemented scalable is a good word, and maintainable infrastructure a good word, using AWS Cloud Development Kit. Oh my gosh, this is what I love. They put the acronym here, right? They put AWS, perfect. Then they have Cloud Development Kit, and then they put in parentheses of CDK, which shows you what it is. To automate cloud resource provisioning, ensure consistent streamlined deployment. This is a phenomenal sentence. Led development of mission critical microservices. Microservices is one. RESTful APIs. Perfection. Using TypeScript, Node.js, leveraging. Oh God, it's the one resume that's good that has leveraging. I hate the word leveraging. You don't have any points taken off it, but I will. It makes me sad. Using TypeScript, Node.js, also one. And AWS, I'm not saying leveraging. API, which is it. MongoDB is good. This right here, with the exception of the word leveraging, is probably the best damn sentence I have ever seen a software engineer write in forever. This is how you write it. This is perfection. This second one is absolute perfection. The first one is damn good too. Collaborated with cross-functional teams to design efficient API schemas and streamline back-end processes. Built and maintained CI/CD. Again, another keyword. Pipelines with integrated microservices to automate code builds, testing, and deployments. Sharing reliability and real-time visibility of application status. Also fine. Develop Python scripts. My only complaint is Python should probably be a little higher. I just switch where these bullet points are located. That's it. For data encryption, secure filing, implementing standard cryptography protocols. I've never done real cryptography stuff, but also it seems good. Yeah, I'm in love with this resume. I'm going to marry it. Created robust bash script for automated system. Bash can be one. Improving operation, version of infrastructure that is. Architect. Okay, so my only complaint, and this is really a minor one besides the word leverage, is I think this should probably be your third bullet point, and this maybe should be your fourth. And that's it. That's kind of it. This is a phenomenal one. Like, this is such a good sentence. Architected and deployed applications using Docker and AWS, implementing automatic scaling processes and load balancing, blah, perfection. This is what we want to see. Just the teeniest criticism is just, I think that the order is a little off, but again, not a huge deal. This is how you write a software engineer. The title of this video is probably going to be, this is a perfect software engineer resume. I don't need to see the rest of it. I will, which it follows the same one. And look, here, this is why this is perfect. They then use CD key, which is fine, CDK, because they show you what it is here. And that's how you write those damn acronyms, is you put the full one, and then you put the acronym in parentheses, and then you use the acronym for it. Yeah, again, I think some of these bullet points need to be switched around in the order. Not the first one is perfect. You don't need to change it. So, like, maybe this should be second and the Python should be third or fourth. This is also such a good one. But yeah, this is it. This is how you write a software engineer. I minor quibbles, A+. I'm marking it down to an F because you use leveraging. No, I'm kidding. It's phenomenal. I actually hate that you used the word leverage and it's still a good resume, but it's a phenomenal resume. props to whoever you are, random. This is how you write your resumes. So if you are a software engineer, copy the hell out of this. This is how you do it. Look, there's no percentages. It's everything's in the past tense. This is perfection. All right. So instead of just gushing over this, let me go to the next resume. The fantastic resume, A+++++. You pass. So definitely would move forward. This is a resume of a client relationship specialist. So what we're going to be looking for is customer service, account management, CRM, which is going to be customer relationship. No, I already forgot the acronym. It's there. I looked it up. If you've used it, you know what it is. My brain is blanking on it right now. In addition, this is going to be a little difficult to search for because they want industry specific. A lot of them wanted cybersecurity. A lot of them wanted staffing. A lot of them wanted banking. So essentially, you're going to need to show that your industry is whatever that industry is that you're going into. That you've worked with end users and decision makers, so stakeholders. And in general, which I think is going to be the main theme of this, is can you keep the client or customer or whoever it is, in this case, client, engaged and happy and content and continue. So you have sent in 100 resumes, which isn't and no responses, which isn't enough, truthfully. But also it's December, and quite frankly, not a lot of stuff happens in December. So if you don't get a lot of hits in December, that's normal. But let's see what we can find from this resume. So I don't like this formatting. I think if everybody's going to be very clear why I don't like it. The skills section, this doesn't matter. None of this matters because you don't show how you used it or the result of it. Your education is tough to find right over here. The contact, no. And I don't need you to state that you're a client relationship specialist unless you are in a different industry looking to move into it. So you please use the formatting I have in the description below. Download that template and use it, please, because this formatting is not helping you. A recruiter will waste 5 out of the 10 seconds they have on this resume just trying to figure out where to start. So yeah, this means nothing. Also use leverage. So it's 2 times for the leverage for this video. Support team, promoted from resolution specialist, support team supervisor, oversaw weekly auditing. Again, that's not what we're looking for. Identified process-driven opportunities for efficiency. Again, how did you do that? What efficiencies? This means nothing. Created, developed, maintained departmental training materials and SOPs, which is standard operating procedures. That's what SOP means, which isn't what they're I mean, it depends on if you're more of the manager part, but earn company-wide recognition 4 times for. See, this is a good one. This is a good brag. I like this. You could throw this one in. This is solid, but the rest of this doesn't give me anything I need. I mean, remember, I'm looking for CRM, industry-specific stuff. So was it tech? Was it housing? Was it finance? How you interacted with the end user or stakeholders, anybody who's important to the company, and how did you keep them engaged? You told me nothing about that. This one is fine, but not in a vacuum. So retained a key client for an additional 2 years through exceptional amount. See, I like this. I want more with it though, like through exceptional account management. By what? How did you do it? This is where you're missing the how. You did the result, which is good. You did the keyword, but you didn't show how. You can't just say, I'm good at account management because I did good at account management. Manage customer account support, ensuring seamless coordination. This one's fine. I mean, you're missing one of the 3 right in each bullet point. Remember, it's going to be the skill or qualification, so keyword or qualification, plus the how you did it, plus the results. I didn't have another hand. It would be funny if I could put another hand up. So those 3 things. The results could also be the why. It doesn't have to be a brag, but in all of these, I'm noticing you're missing one of those, and it's really hurting your chances. Manage customer service. And like, no one's gonna read all the way down here because this is a nightmare to find it. So fix the formatting, fix your bullet points, and you're going to have a lot more success in the new year, at least for a client relationship specialist position. You also said account specialist, but I'm going to primarily judge this on clients since that is what it's on the thing. So please go to the description, get the formatting from my website, resubmit. There's no way I can move forward with this because I don't see anything I need. And there's no way a recruiter is going to roll down to this small section to find what they need, which admittedly your bullet points are better. They're not good enough, but they are better down there. So I can't move forward with this one. Let's move on to the next resume. This resume is of an administrative coordinator. They also put their full address and everything else above this, so I cannot scroll down. So please stop sending me your full address and phone number. I do not need it. I just need your resume. Please block that stuff out. It does kind of impact the review. So this person, though, actually should have a solid resume. They've gotten out of 100 applications, they've gotten 4 interviews, which is solid. So assuming those interviews were legitimate, because as an administrative coordinator, some of the roles they may be applying to could be scams. That is, the whole work from home checking scam that is very, very common. So I think those are legitimate, hopefully, roles that they've gotten interviews for, but I'm going to assume this is going to be okay. What we're going to be looking for is a degree. A lot of them specifically do want a bachelor's for this. If you don't have a bachelor's, that's fine. Then you do need to put high school, because that is usually the minimum. Especially, I say it a lot, but office skills, Outlook, Word, PowerPoint, Excel, those need to be there, especially for this type of role. Proofreading and editing skills of technical documents. Truthfully, spelling errors on resumes are not terrible. I've seen plenty of people get hired because they misspelled something, but if your job is to proofread and be grammatically correct, you need to have absolutely no errors in spelling in your resume. This is one where that is a very, just the fact that if your resume has an error, that's going to look extra bad on this as an admin coordinator. Customer service, I mean, you're going to be dealing with a lot of customers, basically, and stakeholders internally. Don't use stakeholders for admin assistant. I don't think they'd use that term, but along with multitasking and calendar scheduling, and a bonus is the industry. A lot of them wanted specific industry experience, but it's not always needed. So with that, let's look. Highly organized and detailed admin professional with over 5 years in customer service, scheduling, high office, expertise in providing clients, blah, 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 seeking to leverage. Why does everyone use leverage? Also, I don't think that summary is helping at all, truthfully. I don't think it gives you anything there, so I think it can probably be safely deleted. Then you have H&R Block, which you said you've worked from January 2025 to April 2025. I'm going to assume that either that is a typo, which is not good, or alternatively, you just fixed it for this. But no, I don't think that is a typo, because you put your full name and phone number and everything up above. So that actually might be a typo. Please fix that. Schedule and confirm 30 to 40 client appointments weekly, ensuring timely and efficient service delivery, directly contributing to customer retention. That's a fine sentence. I'd prefer if you just put in 1 or 2 of the tech things that you've used, like schedule them through Outlook or whatever, but overall fine. Process client data with accuracy, reducing processing time by 20%. I'm not sure I really like that one or not. Manage 15 to 25 daily financial transaction, ensuring accuracy and efficiency in payment handling. That one's fine. Delivered high quality customer service by addressing client inquiries and issues, resolving 85% on the first contact. That sounds weird grammatically, but I do like what you're going for there. And then utilized MS Office, Suite, Outlook, and MS Windows to streamline daily operations, improving office efficiency. See, this one screams BS to me. Like, what do you mean improving office efficiency by 15%? That sounds weird. You've used the right keywords. I don't think you need as many percentage points. Not everything needs a number. You could literally leave that last bullet of used MS Office, Outlook, and MS Windows to streamline daily operations, which improved our efficiency. That's fine. That can be a little vague. That's fine. The key thing there is it used Outlook, Word, and Excel, which I still would like some Excel here. And provided frontline admin assistance support to 100 emails daily, scheduling appointments, processing payments, achieving 25% reduction in customer complaints. That's fine. That is a good percentage point. Managed scheduling for club services, ensuring seamless appointment management for both customers and staff. Also fine. Perfect. Maybe you want to add calendar, like managed scheduling for club services and their calendars. Support of the overall function of facility, contributing to 10% improvement. How do you... There's not like here's the thing that gets me about this is like, I've never heard of a boss say, wow, Lee, you did this so well, everybody's improved by 5.3%. Like that's weird. That's really weird. Don't do that. The difference of the specific one is reduce processing time by 20%. But you should also say reduce processing time by 20% compared to previous years. That is, you need a thing. So there's too many percentages in here, which is kind of weird. And honestly, I feel like it may be hurting your chances a little bit, but overall you have the skills and stuff that I'm looking for. So I would move this forward. uh, the manager might be a little sus though. So I think you need to honestly debrag some of this. It looks a little weird. Like seriously, like reducing processing time by 20% is fine, but improving office efficiency by 15%, no, like you can just say something like improving office efficiency and getting kudos from management or something. Like there's too much percentages to the point where it almost means nothing. And again, you need to fix the January 2025 to April 2025. Yeah, so that's what I go with this one. I would move forward with it. I feel like the manager might be a little like, Lee, what about this? This is a little weird, but I could definitely see you getting interviews. Yeah, I think if anything, you kind of overdid a lot of it. But let's move on to the next resume. This is an electrical engineer resume, and we're going to do things a little bit different for this resume. And this is primarily based on formatting things. So electrical engineers are a little bit weird in that you kind of need to usually subdivide what you're going to do and what you're going to be, because basically a car type of electronic engineer is going to be slightly different than, say, I don't know, like a battery one. It's going to be kind of part specific, and there's not a good way for me to actually get the keywords and qualifications for this because it's going to be different depending on which one. So some people, these are common ones that I found, but those keywords and qualifications, you know, like Revit, AutoCAD, part specific, EIT, circuit design, signal processing, power distribution, C, C++, all those other keywords can be different. So instead, I'm going to talk about immigration. And this candidate specifically is looking for, they are in Europe and they are looking for positions in the United States. So I'm gonna explain how immigration works, and I think this is kind of important. And I'm not a lawyer, I want to be clear, which is huge. This is just how it worked from my, what I've experienced with it. And the very first thing I see wrong from at least an immigration perspective in this is specifically the phone number. Now, obviously you may have blacked it out, but your phone number needs to be in the number of the place that you are going to try to immigrate to. So like if you have it needs to be a 3-digit one, it needs to be dialable in that country. So that also goes through Americans who are looking to go outside of the US. You need to make sure it's dialable. The second thing is how immigration works, and I get a lot of these questions, is they'd be like, oh, how do I do this? How do I get a work visa? That kind of thing. And the answer is it's really darn tough. So typically what you need is the ability to work in the United States before you can get any visa. So you would need to currently be on maybe an H-1B or alternatively an OTP. You need the work authorization first. And not a lot of companies are going to even sponsor those. So Nathan, I hope you already have those types of positions, because companies are not going to, at least in the US, just be like, you're really good in Europe, I'm going to sponsor your visa. You need the ability to already work in the United States, and then they can hire you. There are exceptions to this, but those are usually contracting companies that sponsor it. But overall, unless you're applying for those specifically, you need already like an H-1B and an OTP, something around those lines in the first place. And my normal ratio of what I think is a solid number is 50 applications to 1 interview. You are probably going to need 100 applications to 1 interview if you actually need a visa. And that is specifically even if you already have an OTP or a H-1B. And I'm not an expert in immigration. I've just dealt with a lot of it. I've done some immigration on some of my roles, so that's what I'm going to be going for here. And I'll take a quick look at this resume, but again, these keywords and qualifications are going to be very different based on the type of position. So battery is good. I like the fact that you have battery, automated testing procedures. Yeah, this is battery is solid, but like I'd like some of the other tools too. So like I don't see AutoCAD, I don't see where you used Python or C++. I need these in here, right? They need to be in the bullet points. But I hope this at least explained a little bit about how immigration works. And also another factor, people get mad at a lot of immigration stuff before, which I'm not going to touch that part, but there is a minimum like there is actually a minimum salary that you are required to pay people who are on like H-1Bs and stuff. There is a minimum, and it's kind of high. It's much higher than people think. The immigration process is not like, you know, you get them for dollars on the penny or whatever they want to say. It costs a lot. Immigration costs a lot to companies. So yeah, it's not just like easy wham bam, but I hope that at least cleared some things up of this. Yeah, like that is the main thing, because I get a lot of resumes and a lot of people ask me like, how do I go to the United States? And it's like, you need the ability to work there in the first place. And how to get that, I don't entirely know. I usually only can deal with people after they've got the work authorization, but you need the work authorization first. And I don't know how it is in other places, but at least for the United States, that's how it is. So I hope this video was informative. Nathan, I know this is not a normal review, but I hope it at least clarified things. But if you like these types of videos, I could do more topics on this. Just like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you think about this kind of thing. I could do more, I could do less. I don't know if people are interested in it, but I do appreciate doing this. And this was recorded on Christmas and Hanukkah, which actually coincided today. So by the time this is posted, it's out. But I'm wishing you a, I guess, delayed Merry Christmas / Hanukkah and anything else. So I will see you all in the next video. Bye.